Do you want to know who has it hardest in life? Is it black people, Hispanics, people who are recently, I guess, ex-convicts, disabled, people who are mentally challenged? The answer, none of them. None of those groups of people have it harder than pretty people. Pretty people have such a difficult life. Imagine waking up and people giving you compliments. Imagine living in a world where when you go on your Tinder, your Hinge, your Plenty of Fish, your Bumble, your Facebook dating, and you know what you see? You see all these messages. You see all these hearts. You see all these positive affirmations. That must make you feel so stressed. It must make you feel, what is going on? Do they like me for me? I have an amazing personality. I have a 4.0 GPA. These are things that every pretty person must go through. But no, seriously, it's very interesting how we, as a society, I think in college we went over the thing called the halo effect. And having, being attractive is a positive halo because we make the assumption that we can trust them and that they're good. But that may not always be the case. There's always stories of people who, it's kind of like the teachers that, have a little bit too much fun with the students, if you know what I'm saying. But I don't know, man. It's very interesting because I know some pretty people and the things that they complain about, it's just, man, God really beat me with the ugly stick. Like I have this one friend who got out of a ticket and she has no idea why. Yeah, the cop pulled me over and I showed him my license and registration and then he looked at me again and then he said I was free to go. He was so nice. And then there's me, I'm one cop stop away from being a BLM story and blowing up national news. So, that is the difference between me and a pretty person. Actually, I don't even think I'm pretty enough for a BLM thing. Because at least George Floyd, man, was 6'7", so, he towered over you. Man, I don't have that. I don't have that effect. I can't just, well, look at me. Like, that's not, like, I'll say, hey, what's good? Or better yet, I'll stay home, like I usually do. But it's very interesting because, especially on social media, I think I'll go more into this, but people who are perceived more attractive definitely have an advantage. I will say that. I will say, hey, if you want to know how pretty you are, if you want to know what your worth is on YouTube or anything, I don't even think, I think I'm preaching to the choir when I say this. Just make a video. Make a video and see how many views you get. And if the answer is 1 or no views, just give up. Don't upload again. Don't continue. Don't come back. You'll know exactly your place because it'll just be so evident by how ugly you are and how nobody wants to click on your own videos. But I'm telling you, man, what I would do to just wake up and everything just be laid out for me. Imagine this. Imagine you go to the job and you get the job even though you're not the most qualified, but you exist. That's what being pretty really means. You win the genetic lottery and you exist. And we listen to their BS complaints. I have this one person I know I met and she would tell me her standards for men. And not only is she delusional, but if she wasn't as pretty as she was, I guarantee you, we would say you need counseling, you need to go see someone, but since she's pretty, she's earned it. You don't know, she doesn't, we need to measure up to her worth. Like, it's one of those. And it really shows me that, man, my dad he should have worn a condom that night. Why? Why have me go through all this BS? Why have me try to get some confidence, talk to a girl, get rejected, get ghosted, get stood up? When there's dudes out here, they literally, not only do they get approached, I got a 6'2" light skin out here. Literally, all he does is exist, bam, legs wide open. Like, what? What? All this advice, all this be confident, that's for the ugly people. We play by a different set of rules, man. We're on ugly Tinder, where you don't get matches. It's the deep, dark web. And don't even get me started on trying to, cold approach. That's a topic for another video, man. But I'm telling you, pretty privilege is real. And if you don't know about it, then you're on the other end.